Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a bike check on my 2015 Saracen Myst downhill bike. The frame is 2015, but the forks are actually 2019, as it is a custom build, certainly not off the shelf. So let's start with the front end, shall we? So both wheels are 27.5 wheels or 650B, whatever you want to call them, and they are the Nuke Proof Horizons with the 30mm, 30 or 32mm diameter rims, so nice wide rims, which I quite like at the minute. They're just lovely wheel build, and they weren't too expensive, and they've done me quite proud actually. It's an absolute bargain to have those. Obviously we're on at the front end, we're on the forks. We've got the these are the RockShop Boxer forks. They're the basic Boxer. They're not the team or the race or anything. They're just the RC ones. But they're easily tunable for myself. There's no real tokens. I've run them on quite a sort of medium setting, with the air, because I think I'm on the weight, or more or less on the weight limit of what you can put here anyway. So and just try it at the minute, because it was last at a bike park. They would be running firm, but might be experimenting to go soft in the winter when I start running more natural terrain. As we're on the cockpit, we are running the Shimano Saint brakes, front and rear. Great brakes, easy to use, easy to maintain. Parts are cheap, easy to bleed. Really got the hang of. I think I've got Shimano brakes on all my bikes actually. Just such great. I mean, I used to have Hope, and I found them quite difficult to use, but these are just amazing. They're 200mm rotors, 200 or 203 mil rotors front and rear. So obviously pretty standard for a downhill bike. What's there? We've got the lizard skin North Shore grips. I've come across these because I used to run the DMR Brendog grips, but I had a few crashes with them and actually snapped the ends off. They're plastic ends, but these have got like a metal cap on there. You can't see the end because it's put against the garage door, but they're to make them more stronger, metal ends to make them stronger. I haven't actually crashed yet in these, or damaged them like that, so. But at the minute they're nice and chunky, and the grip is just great because they've got very large hands, so the grip is just spot on. Wherever we've got Sam Hill handlebar running at 800mm wide. I don't bother cutting them down because I'm quite tall. I've got quite long arms, so I don't need to go around cutting them down. That's on a direct mount stem, loving a stem, an oil stem cap from Mountain Biking UK. Moving further up, we've got the RockShox DHX shock is the RC4 one. And on there is a £600 spring. I was running a 500 or a 550, but it was not stiff enough for what I need. Running now is the saddle. You can see the reason why they're pounded on the sock, because you can see the saddle's got some tape here where it buzzed the tyre. As obviously when I realised I need to run a stiffer shock, obviously you can imagine as I come off a drop off or a hard compression, it would just buzz the tyre. Even though I run the saddle quite high because I'm quite tall for this frame. It's the extra large frame, but I'm on the outer reaches of it. Obviously finding an extra large frame is like gold dust. Still running with the Sam Hill frame. We've got a Sam Hill carbon fibre seat post. In fact, this frame, the rear is actually carbon fibre as well, so it's a nice light frame. Okay, and running on here, we're running the Sam Hill Nuke Proof pedals. The key, I've got missing a pin there, but I love these. These are so grippy. Running with my 510 shoes, they're just amazing. Okay, we'll go around to the other side of the bike. Okay, so back round to the other side of the bike. We're running a TRP shifter and a TRP derailleur, 7-speed. I enjoy the 7-speed. I was running a SRAM X01, but I had trouble with the bearing screw. It just kept slipping out everywhere I went. And then literally I went through about 3-4 screws in them, so I just had enough of that. So I've come to TRP, which is the only other brand I can find that does a 7-speed. Haven't ridden it in anger yet, just ridden it, set it up, ridden it around, and it is nice. Absolutely loving it. And the spring hasn't moved, the screw hasn't moved out of there. It stayed in place, which is perfect. So can't wait to get to a bike park and get shredded with that. Moving back up here, we've got the Saint Cranks, Shimano Saint Cranks. I once owned these on a bike years ago. They were a great set. Sold them because they weren't compatible with another build. And wished I didn't, because they're just not particularly expensive, easy to install, and like bomb proof. But the bottom bracket does not creak. It is amazing, just fit and forget item really. Moving up here, MRP chain device. This is second, actually bought second hand, but it was in great condition. These are like nails. I mean, this got a bash guard, hit it on a few rock gardens a couple of times, and yeah, it just keeps coming back for more. Race face chain ring on there. Let's move on to some tyres. We've got the Maxxis Assegai tyres, which is Greg Minard's signature tyre. Loving it. It's a half a house between a Minion and a high roller. Obviously with Minion, you come to any rocky, it can start slithering about, or some roots you can kind of start slithering about when they're wet, but these are just, love it. And the rolling speed is great. Grip on corners. They're running the 2.5 wide, so nice, very nice wide tyres, not too wide, and in a downhill casing, so nice and strong. And yeah, but in the winter, I use a wet screen tyre because I ride in a lot of fields. It's nice and spiky, nice and grippy when it's really wet, which is like a different kettle of fish to this. In the tyres, we're running PT sealant. So tubeless setup, running PT sealant. I was running stands. Stands was getting a bit expensive, so I thought, let's try something else. But the only trouble in finding it sometimes clogs the valves up if you don't use it very often. So you need to keep an eye on those and give it a clean out once in a while. What have we got? Rear cassette, obviously we said we're running 7-speed. It's on the XD driver hub, so it spins like a tin of wasps. Absolutely love the sound of it. And that's about it. Okay, thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. If you'd like to give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.